Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Age 40 Years. Today we are investigating a new blind. So, before we get into it, appreciate a like, a subscribe. Any information you'd like on the channel can be found in the description, but a like to the video, subscribe to the channel, always helpful. My beautiful bride today helped make a blind, and gosh dang if she doesn't fill these things full. That's ridiculous. This is look at that thing. Now, I don't have the bottles here, so once we get to the reveal, I'll have to go source them. But doing a blind, 4 different bourbons. We'll see. I have no idea. I told her free reign. There were 3 things I told her not to pick. Anything that's unopened, which isn't very much. The Russell's 15, the Russell's 13, and the limited edition 4 Roses I have, because I have just one of those, and for whatever reason, whenever she pours me a whiskey, she always picks that bottle. And I'm kind of running low, so told her not to pick that one. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're just gonna go A through D, and we're gonna pick out and rank what we think is the best. And these are my favorite because I have no idea what's in here. She came into the room, picked whatever she wanted, over here, over there. Probably not anything over here. Maybe though. So we'll see. So let's start with A. Roll the glass. Hope y'all are doing well. I got my Champions League, UEFA Champions League shirt on. This is when I went to a game in Madrid and saw Manchester. Nope, not Manchester. Real Madrid. That was pretty cool. Okay. Nose. That smells potent. That smells like stag. I hate trying to pick out what stuff is sometimes, but that just smells like stag. I mean, I don't know what else you'd say it smells like. Palate. That's dang. That's good. A is a good start. That's proofy though. I think that's probably like a 125 proof. Heck of a proof start. Lots of good flavor in there. I mean, lots of really good flavor. God, the color on these is all pretty dark. Are they all the same damn thing? Here's our answers, by the way. So we'll keep that closely guarded right there. I do have some stag, although I will say it's starting to be a little bit more like earthy, nutty smell. I mean, I don't have much Jim Beam product, but it's kind of tasting beamy. Maybe like a Heaven Hill 7-year bottled and bond, but that's not, I mean, that's 100 proof. So I'm just gonna put down some nutty. I think I'm gonna give that a 3.8 to start out. Now, I always go back and review them because the first one's always got the benefit of the doubt, I think. But also, sometimes then you compare them against each other, and maybe it doesn't. Okay, second one. Now this nose is a lot sweeter. Not as proofy. What's the color look like though? Color looks similar. Let's look. Actually, yeah, color on these looks similar, if not B being a little darker. Not as much necessarily going on there. That's a different flavor. That I think is finished. That feels like a toasted, lower profile. Or a lower proof toasted. I'm gonna say that's like a 106 proof. That's good though. Marshmallow, that might be. Marshmallow flavor, sweet. I mean, like I said, it was sweet on the nose, but sweet all the way around. That's totally different than A. A was just a lot, just like a punch in the face of bourbon, oak and all that. Don't think that's a rye. I think that's got to be a finished product, but we'll see. Nose is good. Palate's really good. I really like the palate on that. I just taste marshmallow for days in that one. Another little palate cleanser. Yeah, palate on that one, maybe my favorite so far, but sweeter. I'll come back and just compare. Let's move on to C. Smoking some chicken wings right now. Man, I love chicken wings. Mixing those with a little bit of bourbon. Not a bad day, but look at these pores. I mean, look at that. Who needs that? Could give her some guidance. C is crazy. Nose on this one. Vanilla-y, not as sweet, a little mellow. I mean, it's like sweet in the sense that vanilla is, which is very sweet. I didn't score the second one. I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna tell you what the other ones are, but you know the baseline for A is 3.8 out of 5, right? That one might be a rye. This one, spicier, but it's got a mellow finish. Neighbor's dog is losing its mind. Because my wife's walking around out there. Man, I think that's maybe a finished rye, but that's got like a blueberry flavor in it. That's weird. A few notes here. Finished rye, blueberry. Don't know if I've ever picked that out in a bourbon before. Blueberry finish. I mean, gosh, really. I don't know if I'm just convincing myself it's blueberry, but that is blueberry-ish. It's weird. It's good though. Like a blueberry pie. You know, you get a little bit of that sweetness, but the finish on that one. Proof on that. I said 125 on the first one, 106 on the second one. I think that one's like a 112. That's a little bit higher. Ah, gosh, the finish. It's just bitey. It's not, sorry, not bitey, but it's just lingering, just in there. So maybe a finished rye product, we'll see. That one I think is quite nice, but that blueberry note is weird, but I think it's good. It's really good. Let's go on to D. NFL playoffs are going on right now. When I'm shooting this video, the Buffalo Bills are playing. Hope they win. I hope they win the Super Bowl. You know, I'm a Colts fan from Indiana originally. The Bills have been, man, they've been fighting for it for years, decades. I hope they get one. Oh, this has got to be Buffalo Trace product. That just tastes like grape soda, or smells like grape soda. Man, when you compare that to all these other things, I've had a hard time in the past picking out grape soda flavors or aromas. Man, that is grape soda. That is weird. Let me clarify. I don't say soda. I say pop. That is grape pop. Grape drink. Let's try it. A lot going on in the neighborhood tonight. Yeah, I mean, that is... I just look around. I'm no idea what that could be. I said I think it's a Buffalo Trace product, but that is a low proof, 90, maybe. I don't have anything much lower than that. Gonna call it 94 proof. Grape. Finish, non-existent. Sweet as could be. Yeah, I get nothing. Oh, no, I do. I get some licorice. That's nice. Okay. Well, this is close right now. That one is curious. Yeah, a lot of licorice. like a red vine right now. Red vine, not black licorice, like a sweet red vine, grape, low proof. So I'm gonna, the diversity in these is crazy. I mean, it's delicious, but I just, let's reverse this here. Let's, I didn't put a score down for this one, so I'm gonna go back here. Okay. All right. You know, I was positive on that one. Still get that blueberry note. But that one's a little tough. I'll be interested to find out what that is. It's probably gonna be something I love normally, but I'll be interested to find out what that is. I think that one is just too unrefined. It's just a little bit too, can't figure out what it wants to be. Is it a rye? Is it a finished product? Is it high proof, low proof? I put it as a 112 proof. I think that's about right. It's not sticking to anything. It's just kind of all over the place. So we'll find out what that is. Be interesting. Let's go back to, I want to go back to B. Now I said this was finished. That's, It smells like, I know the flavor that I gave it was marshmallow, but it smells like caramel mixed with a freshly washed towel. Yeah, and I think it's a little bit more youthful than I said originally. I'm gonna adjust some stuff. So a little bit of change there. That one is not as marshmallowy. No, it still is. It's just more youthful. Let me go back to A. Now that we've gone through these other ones, take a quick palate cleanse, and then back to A. Man, this one is just oaky and peanutty. It's like peanut butter. Peanutbutter.com, and I wrote nutty originally. I think I like that one. Man. All right, I got an idea. I think I know what I'm doing here. Let's make an adjustment here. I'm gonna make a couple adjustments now that we're going back. I think the proof on that one, lower. I think that that's a 100 proof. I said 125 originally, it's the first one. I think that that's wrong. We're gonna go, I got my order, okay. I do wanna try this one more time, just to verify that everything's in place. Okay. All right. So first one that I'm going to push out, which is interesting, is because I originally thought I liked this one a lot. And as I came back to it and expressed the whole, went across the whole lineup, this one did not hold up as much as the other one. So the first one out for me is going to be C. Now I have this one at a 3.25, blueberry, maybe a finished rye, 112 proof, 3.25. And wouldn't you know, that that's a Stag 25B. So let me go grind it. All right, Stag 25B. Let's go ahead and move these out of the way. Actually, let's do this. So we'll come back to this. So C was my first one out. Stag 25B. That's an interesting one. Can't believe that was first out. Not a finished rye. So did not nail that. Next I had A. A is Old Fitz Bottle and Bond 7-year. Okay, that one is, let's go grab it. Sitting right here in its little green bag. We'll do the whole lineup in a minute. Old Fitz 7-year Bottle and Bond. Now, between B and D, let's do one last little. Okay. Swear to God, this is Four Roses. Four Roses seems to win everything. B is Bardstown number 13. That is a great bottle right there. Great bottle. Not a toasted. Not toasted. Okay. And, well, yeah, there you go. Okay. I can't believe this won for me. But, so we have B, and then the last one is D. Now, D is, I'm just going to get it. Let's go ahead and move these out of the way. And then we'll pull it in here at the last second. That proof point, I freaking nailed that. Okay, so let's bring them in. Oh, this is embarrassing. In fourth place, Stag Junior. Stag Junior. Now listed as Stag 25B. Now I'd heard this batch is not super well reviewed, so I don't know. I obviously did not know this was in here, but surprising nonetheless. In third place, Old Fitz 7-year. Now, independent of the blind, I like this bottle a lot. I mean, I like this one a lot, but independent of this blind, this one, that surprises me. I like it a lot on its own. It surprised me that it finished third. In second place, one of my favorite bottles of all of last year. I gotta say, my wife picked a exceptional blind here. This is crazy what she picked. Bardstown Discovery 13. Fantastic. And I told you that the last one, D, was definitely a Buffalo Trace product. Well, I may have been right, I may have been wrong. It's gonna be quite controversial to me that this is what I picked. But hey, I wanna point out, whenever you do a blind, this is what's fun about it. These are great whiskeys, all of these. This one that won, some people might argue. So hold on. That's right. A Buffalo Trace product. Weller 12. Weller 12 finished first out of Weller 12, Bardstown 13, one of my favorite bourbons of all time. Old Fitz 7, a great expression from last year. And a Stag 25D. That is crazy. I did not have any influence in this. I don't know that mentally, I mean, I do love Weller. I do. So I'll admit that. I love Weller product. I like the Weller 12 a lot more than the hate that it gets. Do I think that it's better than all these? Apparently I do. But price point wise, so let's go through that. Should be reasonable, but secondary, you're gonna find this for pretty expensive. This is a liter bottle, that's why it looks so big compared to these others. This one, 150. This one, 60. This one, I think I paid 99 in a package bundle. I just want to point out that at any time you do a blind, anything could win, right? Like this is one of my favorite bottles I've ever had on my shelf, and it came in second to something that I've had many times. But today I told you the grape flavor of this just hit, and that was the case. That one, I knew it was Buffalo Trace, but just tasted good tonight. Well, the proof point. I guess I was in a lower proof point mood, and here we are. So at the end of the day, do I love these? Absolutely, I love these. I want to do a side-by-side of several of these that I have. I have 3 of them. Well, I have 4 of them now, but I have 3 that are an actual named, like this one's what, 25B? Yeah, I have a 25B, 25C, and like a 22A, and then I have a single barrel. So maybe I'll do all 4 of them together and open them up and try them out. But anyway, wild. Weller 12 wins the blind. Unbelievable. Anyway, just want to say, another awesome blind. Thank you for joining me. I expect to have some comments about this guy winning, but at the end of the day, it's what you're in the mood for, what you want to drink. So Weller 12 felt good to me today, and tomorrow this could be completely reversed. What a great blind though, that my wife picked exceptional bourbons. And hey, as a reminder, always please drink responsibly, and cheers.